I'm sure many of you have taken a juicy bite of a red apple, or maybe you ran into the house only to smell deliciously baked apple pie that you couldn't wait to devour. Perhaps the variety you were enjoying was that of the Fuji apple. Millions of people every day enjoy the same apple you and I eat. Many people don't realize the history of apples and don't fully understand how much time it took to get the varieties that we have today. I have always been an avid apple eater, so I decided to research this topic further and found out that this specific type has captured my attention. The Fuji apple has been a part of the human diet for many decades and can be used in many different ways. Today, I'm going to explain what Fuji apples are and how they can be useful. To help us get a better understanding of this type of apple, I will begin by explaining how they came to be. Next, I will mention the numerous health benefits Fuji apples offer. To end, I will reveal an array of ways these apples can be utilized in everyday life. Today, I will start off with the history of the Fuji apple. Thomas Jefferson was the individual responsible for bringing this variety of apples into existence. Signed said, as the story goes, Edmund Charles Genet, French minister to the United States in the 1970s, gave Jefferson a gift of Raw's Genet apple cuttings. Jefferson then decided to plant the cuttings and harvest them so he could see how they tasted. Nearly 150 years afterwards, a group of Japanese apple breeders decided to cross the Raw's Genet apple genes with the classic Red Delicious apple, which resulted in the Fuji apple. These apples weren't introduced into the United States until 1960s. Since then, these apples have grown into one of the most popular varieties of the apples in the U.S. Now that you know how this apple came into existence, we will focus in on how this fruit can better one's health. Does an apple a day keep the doctor away? More specifically, does adding a Fuji apple a day keep the doctor away? Many sources say yes. There are numerous ways in which this apple benefits overall health, so I will talk about just a few or else we'd be here all day. The first thing I will talk about is fiber. According to Lemon, fiber is a type of carbohydrate found naturally in plant-based foods that is not digestible in humans. Fiber helps maintain immunity, which is the ability to fight different diseases or infections, and aids in digestion. Fuji apples contain between 4 and 5 grams of fiber. Most of the fiber is found in the outer peel, so eating the full apple will give you the most benefit. The second thing I will talk about is vitamin C. Vitamin C is essential for the growth, development, and repair of body tissues. It helps with wound healing and protects cells from harmful molecules, which ultimately helps fight many chronic diseases. Just one Fuji apple contains 20% of the recommended daily value for vitamin C. The last health benefit I will talk about today is the calorie content in one of these apples. A typical Fuji apple contains around 95 calories, making them an excellent low-calorie snack for any time of the day. Now that we've analyzed a few benefits of eating Fuji apples, we will discuss how versatile this particular apple can be. These apples have a pink speckled color on top of their crisp and juicy interior, which makes them excellent for many different things. Fuji apples make excellent pie filling. They are slightly tart and a little bit crunchy, which is ideal in making an exceptional pie. Baking bites suggests that texture and taste are the two most important qualities to consider in a baking apple. They mention that a little bit of crunch offers some resistance, which will not turn into applesauce during baking. Another great use for these apples is on a salad. As I mentioned earlier, they have a crisp and slightly crunchy interior, which provides the perfect garnish to a leafy green salad. In conclusion, we've learned where Fuji apples originated from, became familiar with a few of these many benefits they have on our health, and discussed a couple of different ways they can be used. Now that you know all about this type of apple, the next time you decide to bake some apple pie, don't hesitate to grab those apples that say Fuji on them. You won't be disappointed. Thanks.